Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Thursday edition of Strong and Steady. I am Jen. Let's start warming up as I explain today's class format. Okay, extend your arms out to the side and let's start working through some small circles. Today's format, again, we are continuing to progress. And we're going to do a format that's based on time cycles, okay? It is going to be a round of, I think we have 8 exercises in each round. And each exercise in the first round, we're going to perform for 30 seconds. So you are in charge of your tempo, the speed at which you do them. I will coach you through the proper form, what you should be feeling, hopefully, as you execute these things. But we're trying to work in that first round for 4 solid minutes before we get a break. And then we're gonna do a little cardio work in a Tabata format. Okay, so that Tabata format is 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Then round 2, we're gonna work for a minute per exercise. So that's gonna be a little bit more challenging from an endurance standpoint. All right, so we're gonna attempt to have as small a transitions as possible in between each movement, and then a Tabata at the end, again, after those 8 movements. And then round 3 will be a minute again. So we have 2 back-to-back workloads that'll be 8 minutes long with the Tabata at the end. And then our final one, again, will be for 30 seconds with our Tabata. Or actually no Tabata at the end. So we just have 3 rounds of Tabata. Okay, so for those of you that have to scoot out at the end, you won't miss out on a final Tabata. Okay, now we do have some new movements, okay? So just be aware, it's always fun to keep learning. All right, I'm working through my hinges. Continue to hinge, maybe 2 or 3 more as I adjust my camera just a hair. Okay, and then you can go into your body weight squats. So initiate from your hinge, and then I want you to drop your hips toward the ground into a squat. All right, starting to feel warm and limber, increasing your body temperature, keeping your weight in your heels. Excellent. Okay, so our first round, we are going to do step ups. So find your step stool or riser. Make sure that it's sturdy and can support you. Now, you can use dumbbells or not use dumbbells for this. We're gonna do alternating legs in our step up. And ideally, we're gonna add a knee thrust as we're able. Okay, so we're gonna hold our hands to our side as we do this, okay? So we aren't gonna add a bicep curl because we want to focus on being stable as we step up. We're gonna add the variation with the knee thrust, but we want to stay on balance. So let's not have our arms moving. Let's stay solid to the side. The next one will be our chair glute bridges, okay? So that will be our first transition. So this is 30 seconds per exercise. Ready, steady, and go. Planting the entire foot, thrusting the opposite knee, and then reaching down for the ground with that foot, that thrust. And that mental image of Wile E. Coyote crashing into the earth. You want to stay in that nice imprint. One more of these, and then back down. So let's set our dumbbells down. Reach for our chair. Hands at our sides, grasping the side of the chair. Slide your fanny off and away, okay? Now we're gonna lower our hips and then heels through the ground to contract and raise. So we're lifting our pelvis using our hamstrings and glutes, our triceps and shoulders, are helping to keep us nice and stable. Good. Nice tight core. Our next transition is going to be a seated twist press. Okay, so bring your fanny to your chair and reach for your dumbbells. Now, what is a seated twist press? All right, so let's dangle our arms at the sides. We're gonna do a bicep curl and then twist so then your palms are out and press to the ceiling and back down. Okay, ready, steady, go. Curl, twist, and press. And untwist. And as you do that twist, you're thinking, what's going on in my shoulder? We're stabilizing our shoulder here, focusing on that rotation in a nice, still fashion. And press, twist, curl, twist, and press. Curl, twist, palms out, and press. One more, and press. Good. Okay, dumbbells down. Now, we have our seated bicycle crunches. I know these 30-second ones go so fast as we're learning it, feeling those movements. It's like nothing at all. So the 60-second ones will be a better challenge for us. Okay, hands at our ears, elbows in our peripheral. Now, we're gonna contract armpit to opposite hip. And on that opposite hip, ideally that knee is gonna float up. That heel is gonna rise up. We're gonna contract with that oblique for that leg to come up as we reach armpit to hip that side and then alternate, okay? And the leg that's in the ground, you're thinking heavy leg. All right, I'm gonna activate through that hamstring to stay nice and stable. So it's not a dead leg, it's a heavy leg. Strong hamstring. Ready, steady, and go. Right to left, left to right. And you're dragging armpit to hip. Not necessarily, don't think elbow to knee, think armpit to hip, because I'm trying to contract through my core, not just simply touch elbow to knee. Five more seconds, exhale. Excellent, okay. Here's our next movement. It is a chair pike push-up. Okay, so a pike push-up, what we would normally do is we would be in down dog, and I'll just show you what it looks like because you might not have ever seen it before. Here's a pike push-up. You're high with your fanny and you're gazing at your toes as though you're in down dog. And then you would bend at the elbows, lowering your head to the ground, and then straighten, bringing yourself back up. So the only joint movement is coming at the elbow, and what's working here is triceps and shoulders. We are gonna modify using the chair here, okay? So we're in our nice bent over position, but we're thinking a little bit more down dog than we are tabletop. I know it's a tiny little thing, but I want you to think a lift in your hips if you can, and gaze at your toes. Then you're gonna bend at the elbows, lowering your head to your seat and press back up, okay? So here our goal is to target more upper and less chest, okay? That's your goal. So what helps with that cueing is to gaze at your toes, okay? So you aren't lowering your chest, you're lowering ideally the top of your head, the tops of your shoulders toward the seat of your chair. All right, you ready? Steady, and we're going for 60 and go. Gazing down and up. Lowering the top of your head toward the chair, bending at the elbow and straightening. Exhale. Good. 5 more seconds. All right, excellent. Okay, so hopefully you're feeling it a lot more in your shoulders and triceps and less in your chest. Okay. All right, now we have another combo movement. Deadlift upright row. Okay, so our deadlift is our Romanian deadlift or our hinge. Okay, so you're going to grab 2 dumbbells and let them dangle in your grip. And we'll get into our bent over position. Now, here we're not squatting, right? We're just gonna dig our heels in, contract hamstring to glutes, but do not let your shoulders separate and your back round. We want a flat back, so squeeze through the armpits like someone's trying to come up and tickle you. Squeeze back though, or another mental image is always holding a sponge under your armpits. I don't know why you do that, but holding a sponge under your armpits. Okay, that's how you want to hold the weight as it dangles down from your arms. Then contracting through your heels to upright and then roll. And then contract in the armpits as you go back down. Okay, so that's our movement. Let's practice for 30. Okay, ready? Bent over, steady, squeeze the armpits and go. Hamstrings and row. Always flat back and core engaged. Hear my nice long exhale. 5 more seconds. Good. Okay, that's our deadlift upright row. Nice job. Now the next one we did last time, it's our bent over front to back punch. Okay, so we're gonna do this for 30 seconds. So we're in our bent over position. We're looking like we're gonna do tricep kickbacks, but one's gonna kick back with palm up and the other is gonna go forward. Okay, and then you return to center and then opposite. Okay, so as you're ready, get bent over, elbows to your rib cage. Steady and go. Opposites. And you might think about a swimming stroke. And have a nice long head on neck extension. Good, 10 more seconds. Last rep. Good, okay. A lot of new things today. Excellent. And here's our last one. Okay, also new. It's called an eye raise. All right, so we can do this progressionally, and so we'll start at the bottom in our seated position. So seated position because we're stable. We're stabilizing our hips and our core. An eye raise is one smooth movement, or Y raise, all the way up and all the way down with a lot of stability. Okay, so we're gonna do this first 30 in a seated position. The progression comes is if we change our seated position and go to standing, okay? Or any variation like that. Okay, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, begin. Exhale. Now, as I'm seated here, I can give myself a nice focal point of digging my heels into the ground to contract through my hamstrings to stabilize my pelvis, from which I can stabilize my core and balance out my positioning in my lift. One more. Good, okay, that is a ton of shoulder work. For those of you with shoulder issues, make sure that you're selecting the right amount of weight. If that was too heavy, you could go without weights and just focus on how you feel in your lats. It's very similar to our rib cage arms, but we are bringing our arms out a little bit wider, right? So that makes it a little harder for us to think about lat engagement by design, okay? We want to continue to challenge ourselves, right, as we do work in our center of gravity and away from our center of gravity, okay? All right, so let's hit our first Tabata. We got all those movements down. If you have dumbbells and want to use water bottles for that movement instead, after we do our Tabata, actually, you can go get it now. I'll give you about 30 seconds to do that now if you need. We're gonna do side kicks. Okay, so side kick Tabata. We did side kicks last time. We're gonna have the chair on either side of us, and we're raising the knee laterally, right? That's our movement laterally, but we'll end with the heel snap, okay? And the goal is, if we can, not use the chair and be able to balance and use that glute to stabilize. But if you need the chair to help fire that side to keep you engaged, please use it. I'd much rather you use the chair and get the work in your glutes than struggle with being balanced and not work. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We have 6 rounds of this Tabata. We'll do 3 on one side and then we'll switch to the other side of the chair. Okay, so 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. I'm just gonna start on the left side of the chair. Ready, steady, and go. And I like to have my fingers into my obliques, activating, feeling that muscle contract as I pull knee and snap that heel. And I'm paying attention to this other side so my spine isn't bending. Okay, 10 seconds off. All right, good. So my spine isn't bending to open up because I want to focus on being nice and stable. Ready, steady, go. Round 2. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, 10 seconds off. Now I'm starting to feel that good burn. That's what I want. I feel my heart rate increasing. Great. 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I'm gonna get 2 more in, 9 and 10. 10 seconds off. That was round 3. All right, other side of the chair. Okay, 3 more rounds now on the other side. Stay in here. Ready, steady, and go. And 1, 2. I like to count so I can compete with myself, if that makes sense. 10 more seconds. Let's go. 3, 2, and 1. Counting how many kicks I can get in. Now you can measure how you're doing uniquely from side to side that way too. Ready, steady, and go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! Okay, I got 1 more round. Almost done with this first set of Tabata. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 20 seconds. 3, 4, oblique. 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo! Okay, I am right leg dominant. So I was just a little bit more kicks on that right side. Okay, now it's your water break. All right, quick water break if you haven't done it already. And we'll get set. So we have dumbbell step-ups with the knee thrust for a minute, followed by our chair bridges. Okay, so find the weight if you choose. Ready? We don't want our heart rate to slow down too much. We want to gather ourselves, steady, and go. Stepping up, knee thrust. Now, if your heart rate's going, if you're feeling a little fatigued here, control. Use that exhale as you rise to stabilize that core. We don't want to work out of control. We don't want to work without a strong core. We want to be sure-footed even when we're tired. With training, we'll improve. Excellent. 5 seconds. Excellent. Set your dumbbells down. Now we're on our chair glute bridges. All right. Slide your sacrum, recline, hands at the side, lift your heart, fanny off, and go. Lower and raise. Lower the fanny, raise. Okay, the headlights on your knees are pointed straight ahead. Your knees are held in parallel to your hips. Same with your feet. Not kissing together. Your heels are heavy into the ground. Your toes are light. Your shoulders are strong. Your heart is lifted. Good, you got 15 seconds left. Doing great here. Nice breathing. Last rep. Good, sit back down on your chair. What's next? Seated twist press. Okay, so grabbing those dumbbells again. All right, arms at your side. Ready, steady, and go. Curl, twist, and press. And back down. Curl, twist, press, down, twist, uncurl. Good, focusing on that twist and what we're feeling in our shoulders. Keeping your elbows in. Excellent. Core is nice and still. Belly button to spine as you exhale. If you recall, the muscle on tops of your shoulders is a 3-part muscle called your deltoid. And how is it responding here as you twist? Good. And all the way down. Excellent. Okay, seated bicycle crunches. So dumbbells down, still in our chairs. Okay, hands behind our head, elbows in your peripheral, heavy right heel, cross right armpit to hip as left knee floats, and alternate. Good, armpit to hip. So even though my elbow is moving, I'm not thinking about it. I'm thinking dragging armpit. Belly button in, holding just a little bit as that knee meets the elbow. Ten seconds. Excellent. Okay, now we have chair pike push-ups. So we're out in front of our chair. Okay. Hands are grasping the sides. We're up on our toes, right? And our pelvis is a little bit lifted. Gaze down at your toes. And now lower the top of your head and press back up. Bending at the elbows and up. Now, your elbows are going out here. They are not staying in at your sides. They are going out. So as you lower your head, your deltoids lengthen. And as you press up, they contract. Gazing at your toes. Good. We have 25 more seconds. Take a breath there where you need to. 60 seconds is admittedly a long time for pike push-ups. Good. 5 seconds. Excellent. Okay, good work. Now we have our deadlift upright row. Okay, so getting those dumbbells, one in each hand. And we're down in our hinge, right? So starting upright with dumbbells on either side. Exhale as you hinge down, making sure you have tension in your armpits. Ready? Contract through the heels. Rise and row. Nice flat back. Good. Weights in your heels. Contract, pull to upright, and pull up the zipper, belly button to chin. This one may feel really robotic. I get this mental image of an oil well. And that's actually a pretty good image because they don't round in their spine, and I don't want you to either. Good. 2 more. 1 and 2, and all the way down. Okay, excellent. Now we have that bent over front back punch. Okay, at a diagonal, hinged, not parallel to the ground, somewhere in between, elbows at my sides. Ready, steady, go. Opposites together. Together. Back palm up. And front palm down. And feel that tension. Your body wants to sway as you move limbs in opposition away from your center of gravity. So really focus and fight for that balance. Gaze down at the ground. Excellent, 5 seconds. And you're done, and hinge your way back up. Okay, now you're fatigued or not. What do you do for this eye raise progression? You can do it seated, or you can do it standing, but you have to be your own champion here and keep yourself safe, right? We're sending this weight away from your center of gravity. So you have to feel really strong in your core to make this decision, whether you do it seated or whether you do it standing, okay? Ready, steady, go. Exhale. Raise all the way up. Exhale all the way down. And as I exhale, I'm thinking pelvic floor lifting. My low belly is wrapping like a corset. And my rib cage is closing. And I'm feeling my feet pressing through the ground as I fight for balance and stability. Try and relax your neck if you feel yourself getting tense up there. And time. Good. Okay. We are ready for that next Tabata. Now, we haven't done these jumping jacks. Okay. I recognize that jumping does not agree with a lot of people. So we're going to go over a step jack variation. Okay. So step jacks, alternating feet, but arms are going. Okay. You ready? We have 20 seconds. Steady and go. And step, step. Good. And as I reach with that outside foot, I'm tapping my toe. And I have a slight bend in my knee and have a little bend and bend, just ever so slightly. Okay, that's my 10-second break. All right. We have 6 rounds of this. That was 1. Ready, steady, and go. Now I recognize jumping might not feel good for most of our joints. So step jacks are a great modification. And then you're less worried about what your legs are doing, and it's more about the arms time. And you'll find that ideally, if you're staying working right down the middle, ready, steady, go, you're gonna start feeling those muscles in your back. And you can work on, not only that, you can work on your core. Drawing that belly button in and zipping those ribs closed. Time. Okay, and if you are someone that maybe cannot comfortably get your arms up all the way overhead, not required, stay in a comfort zone. Ready, steady, go. This is round 4. So maybe it's just out here in the Y instead of all the way up. Totally fine. Good. And time. All right, we got 2 more rounds. All right, you're starting to feel it, hopefully in your shoulders and your lats. Ready, steady, go. Excellent, and I'm trying to wiggle my fingers, keep them nice and loose, avoiding carrying unnecessary tension. Time. Okay, 1 more round and then we're done with this round of Tabatas. Okay, ready, steady, and go. Excellent. I always like to imagine, I don't know why, but like rays of the sun as I do this. So I'm just reaching as far away from my belly button as I can, spreading my wings. And time. All right, nice job. Okay, we're on round 3 of our work. This is 60 seconds again, so we have 8 minutes of work here. Okay, dumbbell step-ups with the knee thrust. Evaluate. Are you feeling more fatigued? Make sure you keep yourself safe. Do you use dumbbells? Do you not use dumbbells? Ready, steady, and go. Step up, knee thrust. Alternating feet. Now this is definitely a footwork sort of maneuver that we're going through. Remembering I'm balanced, stepping up, and then back down with that same foot. But if you're feeling like, I just don't know if I can do that knee thrust on balance anymore, it's too challenging, then don't do it. Plant the foot and work out your footwork and march for that alternating leg and keep yourself safe and working in a safe way. 5 seconds. Excellent. Okay, dumbbells down. Chair glute bridges. All right, so here's our chair. All right, so we just have quick transitions here, 15 seconds. So hands down, roll that fanny off. All right, contract and lower. Talking about the hips. And keep your knees in parallel to your hips, not too wide, because I want you to feel the work of your adductors. And don't sink into your chest. Keep your heart lifted. Good. This is a really nice isolated movement, so hopefully you're getting a lot of good feeling of work around your glutes and hamstrings. Good, 10 seconds. 2 and 1. Okay, bring your fanny back down. Now we're on the seated twist press. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my dumbbells and I'm gonna have a seat, nice and tall on my sits bones. All right, ready, steady, curl, twist, and press, and twist and down. Curl, twist, press, twist and down. So as you curl, your palms are facing you, twist away and press. Be really intentional about that twist. Elbows in, elbows, twist and press. Twist and press. And you'll see, if you're able to see your screen, I'm not racing through this, so I can really focus and all the points of precision of this movement. Still core, nice twist. I can feel all the stabilizing muscles around my shoulder doing their job. Good, last rep right here. Excellent, and lower with control. Okay, now we have bicycle crunches, so dumbbells to the side. All right, back on our sits bones. Hands at your ears, elbows in your peripheral. Ready, steady, and go. Armpit to hip, and knee floating. The leg that's on the ground, I know this is a lot to think about, but the leg that's on the ground, if you can possibly think about keeping it still and straight, so your kneecap points straight out the same direction as that hip. It's really easy to let it flail out to the side. Ten seconds. Belly button is fine. Excellent. Okay, chair pike push-ups. You know what's really interesting about that? Even having my arms up like this, I can feel the work that my shoulders were doing to support that, which means, oh my goodness, I'm going in with a little bit of fatigue for my pike push-ups. Okay, so be mindful All right, hands in the side. Weight on the balls of your feet. Gaze down at your toes. Ready, steady, go. Elbows bending, lowering the head and press back up. Good, and make your body as still as you can. The only joint that's moving is at the elbow. Lowering your head with control and pressing back up. Elbows out to the side. Slowly lowering the head and pressing back up. Okay, we have 20 more seconds. And if you guys really hate this one, know that you're not alone. No one loves pike push-ups. Okay, time. But they're a great way to work the tops of your shoulders. Okay, so now we're on deadlift upright row. So the last one was pushing. Now we're gonna be pulling. Okay, so I've got my dumbbells, one in each hand, feet in the ground. I'm gonna exhale and lower my torso, my neutral spine parallel, and then exhale, upright and row. And then lower back down, strong lats, and lift. Excellent. Good work, guys. Everything in this movement, with the exception of the initiation, where the weight's dangling away from your center of gravity, should be within your gravity center. Good, and lower to the ground with control. Okay, now we have bent over front to back punch. All right, so bent over position, ready, steady, and go. Swim and back, and swim and back. Good. Armpit to hip stability. Three, two, and one. Good. Okay. And our last round is the eye raises. All right. So whether you choose to be seated or standing with knees softly bent. Ready? On the exhale. Steady. And go. And as the weights raise up overhead, zip the rib cage closed. No arching of the back. I can feel my toes pressing into the ground. My entire foot is active into the earth. Last one. Nice. Okay. Dumbbells down. Here's your water break. All right. Now we have one more set of Tabata, which hopefully we'll go done pretty quickly in 3 minutes. And then we'll start our cool down. This workout is taking a little bit longer than I thought today, and it's already 10 till 11. And so if we did another round, we would run out of time. So we're gonna do our Tabata, and our Tabata today, this last one, is a front kick. Okay, so what is a front kick? It is a knee thrust followed by a heel snap, right? And what I'd like for us to do is not stand with feet together to do this. I would like you to stand in a slight split stance, or you could be in a full split stance if you feel ready to do that. Just know that you have to use a lot of your core as you draw up and do that front kick, a ton of core strength to prevent the momentum from sending your shoulders back and contracting your low back too much, okay? So the shorter your stance, the less likely you are to do that, okay? The deeper your stance, the more power you're gonna get, but the more likely you are to arch your back. And so we don't want that. So if this is your first time, let's be mindful, okay? So we're gonna do the first 3 rounds here with a little bit shorter stance, knee thrust, heel snap, and we're going forward, okay? Ready? I'm gonna find my clock. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So knee and heel. Good, and as you step back, you get in some glute action there, right? But we're working in a forward movement, not laterally, forward. And that front knee is gonna bend, and you're gonna power through that heel. Okay, time, we have 10 seconds rest, okay? How did that feel? Hopefully you're feeling really good in your core, you're feeling nothing in your low back. Ready, steady, and go. Knee snap. And I've got the chair on the right side of me for balance. If I need it, if I don't need it, great. But it's helping remind me of my core engagement. Last one. Okay, good. One more round of this leg and then we'll switch sides, okay? You can do it. I know we have a lot of leg work here today. Ready, steady, squeeze that butt and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, now I'm switching the chair around to the other side. So I'm gonna stay on my left leg and my right leg is gonna do the kicking. Ready, steady, solid core, go. Yep, and as I step back, I don't get my heel all the way to the ground. I just stay on the balls of my feet, draw the knee through, and snap the heel. So it's intentional, don't drag. Okay, time. Don't drag a straight leg through. You're drawing a knee through and then snapping. Okay, ready, steady, and go. Knee, heel, knee, heel. Strong core. Yeah, I'm sure you're feeling a good burn in that left leg now. Power from that butt. All right, one more round. One more round and then we get to stretch and cool down, okay? 3, 2, and 1. Reach back and thrust. Knee thrust, heel snap. Good. Just 5 more seconds, folks. 3, 2, and 1. Yeah, nice work. Okay, so now my heart rate's up. What do I do with all this? Okay, I'm gonna stand with my legs wider than my hips, my feet flat on the ground, and I'm gonna extend my arms out from my side and just start stretching through my chest and lengthening my breath. Overlapping my arms as I give myself hugs, stretching across my shoulder blades. Now, extend your arms away from your sides. And now we're gonna be twisting and letting our arms be lightweight, swinging away from ourselves, kind of like a poodle skirt, wrapping around our body. Don't do this with a ton of energy. I want you to be relaxed and let the light momentum of your arms wrapping around your body help you think about that tiny little spiraling that's going on in your low back. Good. Sorry, guys. I don't know if I lost you there. Okay. Now hands on your hips and let's hinge. And heels to the ground to rise. And hinge again. And as you're able, when you hinge, I want you to get deeper and deeper, such that that stretch maybe moves up into your lower back extensors. Good. One last one. Excellent. Now let's raise our arms up overhead. Reach over to that left wrist. And then we're going to open up to the right as right hand grasps left wrist. Relax the tension in your neck. Return to center. Now left hand grabs right wrist. And you're going to bend and reach toward the left, relaxing through the neck. Good. Return to center. Bring your palms down to your sides. Excellent work today, everyone. Thank you for joining me again. Today is Thursday, so we're on for next week. We'll continue with the strong and steady. So I might see you Sunday at the 10 a.m. stretch class, or next Tuesday at the 10 a.m. strong and steady. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.